are looking live at the Hardwood here in Paynesville. Tonight we get a treat because we are going to live stream with audio, video. I don't know if they're going to like our audio, but the video is going to look great. Paynesville versus BBE. Our first game tonight is going to be the junior varsity. Up here with me in the Crow's Nest, Emerson Stern. First night in the Crow's Nest. Emerson, 8th grade this year.
Yep.
How you doing tonight, Emerson?
Good.
And the road's coming in. I know you live out by me, by Cronus.
Yeah.
Are they still all right? Are we going to make it home, or don't tell me we got to sleep overnight at the school?
I hope not.
I hope we can make it home tonight. No, I think it's like an inch right now. I think we're going to be all right. So Emerson's up here in the booth with me. Matty Ice, of course, our director. He's got a school board meeting he's got to go to at 6. So it's just going to be me and Emerson up here, ladies and gentlemen, in the nest. Tonight's matchup, BBE, a very good Class A team. Emerson, been to the state tournament last year. I think they took 3rd in the state last year. Perennial state tournament team. They got a great program over there. As the girls are switching over again here and getting warmed up, I talked to one of the BBE managers, Emerson, and she said that the bus had to stop over by Regal because the snow was piling up on the windshield. The bus driver couldn't see quite as well as he should, so they had to take a little bit more time to get here tonight. But they're here. Emerson up in the booth with me for his first ever live stream. I told him it's scary up here. No, I didn't. It's fine up here, right, Emerson? You're going to do fine up here.
Yep.
One thing I'm going to have to help you, you're going to have to help me with is I can't see it all. So you're going to have to tell me who's hitting what.
Okay.
No, I can see a little bit. It's just up close. See, look at this. I can't read this. I keep forgetting my cheaters. We're going to be fine, though. They're going to do a little more hitting here. We got about a minute left, just doing some free swinging as Matty Ice is going to set that light up for me a little bit. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. See, when you get old like me, Emerson, you're going to appreciate a light like this, my man. You want one of these lights when you get old like me. Because else you can't see. You just can't see a thing. So tonight, I don't know where our starters are going to be, but we did go down on the floor, Emerson, and a new girl is up from the C squad.
Yep.
And she is?
Grace Roberg.
Grace Roberg, an 8th grader, a classmate of yours.
Yep.
Correct? So she came up. She will be on the JV tonight. We have another 8th grader on the squad, Emerson, one of your classmates.
Cadence Roski.
Cadence Roski. She's been playing pretty much a whole year here on the JV level. And a couple more. No, that's the only other 8th grader. And then we have a couple 9th graders. Emma Flanders, Regan Reitzel, Maddie Freeler, and Tristan Lamberson. And I know that Flanders, she sits varsity, and Freeler will be sitting varsity tonight. Matty Ice is heading off to his board meeting, and there goes that last horn. I think we're about ready to go. And then as sophomores, Rebecca Waltz, Jada Belmont, Erica Ruhoff, Kiana Brooks, and Sierra Roser. The junior varsity coach, Jen Welly, as we are about set to go for our first game of the night, which is the JV, scheduled for the 3 games if we have time, and I'm sure we will. Starting a little bit late tonight. Let's see, 5:50. I believe they usually start that JV about 5:45. Getting our line judges out there. Look like they're getting set up. Our referees are putting the volleyballs away to the side. And our next match is Saturday. It's supposed to be Thursday, Emerson, but they switched it to Saturday now. Saturday at noon, I believe it is. We're going to be doing the live stream up here in the Crow's Nest, BBE JV. Emerson, you and I were down on the floor earlier, like I said, and there's some tall girls down there, athletic girls down there.
Yeah.
So it should be interesting. As I turn my phone down, as I get my live stream up, just in case anybody wants to give a shout out, let us know where you're watching Emerson and I tonight. We will certainly put you on the air. So, up front for BBE, number 5 is Allison Diggman, 5'10" sophomore. Number 9, Avery. Oh, I'm not going to pronounce that correctly, Emerson. Can you get it for me?
Nope.
No. Here comes Paynesville. This is Flanders. Gets it up and over. And here come the Jaguars, their first setup. Just taps it over. This is going to be put up by Roski, and Reitzel's going to get it over. And here come the Jaguars again. This is going to be Diggman's hit, and it's going to be out. I believe that was Diggman. Yes, it was. Allison Diggman, a sophomore. Hitting it deep there for the Jaguars. Brooklyn Fisher, a 9th grader, middle hitter. Out there also for the BBE squad tonight. Up top. Oh, nice block there. Was that Freeler, Emerson?
Yep.
I believe it was Freeler with a great block there. All right, Sheznik. Sounds good. Maybe somebody can help me out. Here come the Jaguars now. This is Sheznik. Oh, boy, and she's going to be – I'm going to have to say that name all night. Oh, my goodness. Roski. Oh, and a tip. Emerson, what do you think? Was that going to be out?
It looked like it might have been.
I agree with you there, bud. We've got one here, John Stern. You know him, Emerson?
Yeah.
All right. Who's that to you?
My uncle.
Uncle John. Emerson, enjoy the fun watching and cheering from the Crow's Nest. Awesome. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Yeah, Emerson's doing fine so far as Paynesville takes a 4-0 lead. Maybe your good luck up here in the Crow's Nest, my man. As Flanders back to serve forward, the Dogs. BBE getting it up, and it's going to be a back row hit. Just getting it up and over. Flanders now going to set up. This is Reitzel. Reitzel going to go to Freeler. And another tip up in the back row. That would have been in this time, I think, Emerson.
Yep.
And that's the 7th grader that just came up for the Dogs. Roser, left-handed hit. And, oh, a great save there. See if I can't get that number. I believe that was 14, Roaring. And this time they cannot get it, but Roaring, that was Harley Roaring, a sophomore, with a nice save there for BBE. And Paynes is going to take a 5-0 lead. Again, that number 2, that was for Paynesville. Brand new bring up from 8th grade, correct?
Yep.
Grace Roberg. Just came up first game on the JV level. And getting it over in 3 is BBE. Oh, that's going to be a double hit on a Reitzel. First point for BBE tonight. Not too shabby up here in the Crow's Nest, is it, Emerson?
Nope.
Great view. The best thing about this is they don't put the camera on us.
Nope.
We do not need that. We got a nice little crowd here as I'm going to poke my head out of the Crow's Nest here. A lot of parents sitting out here. Mr. Freeler sitting out there yelling and screaming. And this is Roberg, the 8th grader, getting it up and over. Tipped over there by number 16. That's Fisher. Here comes BB again now. Fisher comes up, and a great block again. That one by Ruhoff, I believe. Ruhoff and Freeler with the block. We don't have replays right now because we have no producer. We have no director. It's just Emerson and myself up here in the nest. Kind of nice and quiet, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wait till the blowhorn gets up here. Ho, 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 ho. This is the 8th grader, Roberg, and a good serve, and she's going to get that one to fall. Grace Roberg with a nice serve, and Paynesville with an 8-1 early lead here, and it looks like it's going to be a timeout. So, Emerson gives me an opportunity to talk to you a little bit.
Okay.
So, this year's been kind of crazy with the entire COVID experience. I know that you guys played baseball this fall instead of football. How'd that go?
Good.
And your head coach was Coach Skoglund.
Yep.
Boy, that must have been a lot of fun having the Hall of Famer, the varsity head coach, come down and coach you guys. I bet you guys had a lot of fun out there this year.
Yeah.
And how many kids were out for that baseball program on your squad this year?
We had about 11 or 12.
Perfect. Awesome. That was great. And 7th grade also played this fall, right?
Yep.
Okay. And who was coaching the 7th graders this year?
Jeremy Ryder.
J.R. Ryder. That's right. As the timeout's about to finish. And that season obviously is done, and now it's just a matter of time. Wait and see for your next your winter sport, which is basketball, correct?
Yep.
Waiting on that. You guys getting any practices in? I think you guys, Coach Hendrickson had a few Sunday practices with you guys. Awesome. Hopefully we can get a whole season of that in.
Yeah.
Be awesome. And here come the Jaguars as a number 9, that is Sheznik, putting it in the net.
Yep.
Couldn't quite get it up and over. As Roberg doing a nice job, Emerson, for her first time on JV.
Yeah.
Looks good. tipped up. Here we go. Nice hit, but a great pickup there by Flanders. And that's number 14, Roaring, with that big hit. And that one's going to fall in. 48 people tuned into us tonight, Emerson. Thank you all for joining us for our first JV match of the year that we are live streaming tonight. Right, so this is going to be Ruhoff. Ruhoff, cross court. And here comes the Jacob going into the net. That is Shesnick. And it's going to be a point for Paynesville. 10-2 Paynesville, early first game. And I believe this is number 16, Kiana Brooks, a sophomore, back to serve for the Dogs. Serve is good, and it's going to carry him off to the backside there. And it's going to be point Paynesville, 11-2. Early on here in this first game. And now coming up and taking that hit was number 3 for BBE Halverson. BB getting another opportunity here. Oh, nice tip over left-handed by Roaring. And that's going to fall in there. Nicely done. Who we got coming in this time, Emerson?
Casey Fisher.
And she is?
7th grader.
7th grader. And number 12, who's that?
Paige Mueller, a 10th grader.
10th grader, 5'7". And that Casey Fisher, only 7th grader coming up on that JV level. Nice save there by Brooks and Roski, but can't quite get it up and over. So it's going to be point BBE. Yeah, we were down on the floor earlier, Emerson. We were trying to find that 7th grader down there, and I think we did point her out. We did find out who she was when she had their warm-ups on. She looks like a good young athlete, only 7th grade. This is Ruhoff, and just a tad too hot.
Yep.
Goes out of bounds. 11-5 now. Payne's opening up a nice lead. And BB trying to cut into her. It's going to be in. That's going to be Roski and Ruhoff. Oh, not the best set there. As looked like Erica had to go around Brooks in order to try to get that one over. Couldn't quite get it. So BBE cuts into a little bit more. 11-6 now. Brooks gets it up, and it's going to be Roski trying to push it over. Can't do it. And let's see. I thought maybe a timeout was coming, but looks like they're going to play on here. Roski to Brooks. Brooks. That is Roberg, the 8th grader. Got it to fall. Finally a point Paynesville again. And who do we got coming in for the Bulldogs, Emerson?
Tristan Landerson.
Lamberson, okay. She a freshman? Yeah, she's a freshman, yep. Left-handed, nice looking serve there. It's going to be point Paynesville on the double hit by BBE. So Lamberson back to serve again here for the Dogs. She's got a nice serve. Oh, and just up and over. A nice little touch there by Ella Halverson, 5'10" sophomore. Cutting into it, 13-8 now. BB Paynesville up. On a save by Ruhoff, and Brooks just gets it over. Nicely done, ladies. In the middle, Lamberson digs it. Ruhoff. Oh, that's going to be 4. Yeah, that did hit the net and came back, so that's going to be the 4th hit. I thought so too, right, Emerson? It looked like it hit the tape up there and came back. It wasn't a block. 13-9, Paynesville. Ruhoff gets it up. This is Brooks. Brooks, Ruhoff. Oh, a little deep there. Try to get that one over from the back row, and it's a 3-point lead now for Paynesville. The Jaguars cutting into it with Mueller up front. Dingman. That's going to be out. Dingman up front, and also the number 8 now, Casey Fisher, the 7th grader up there. She's going to slide over after this serve, and here comes Halverson gets it over, but it's going to be out. It's going to be point Paynesville, expanding their lead a little bit there. Looks like Ruhoff, the sophomore, serving for Paynesville. Good serve, hits the tape and comes over. Lamberson gets it up to Brooks. Brooks, this is going to be Flanders. And here come the Jaguars. Diggman, deep, that's out. Oh, it's going to be point on BBE. Looks like in the net. 15-11 as Roberg back in now for Ruhoff. Paynesville up, what, our biggest lead, Emerson? I think 10-2?
Yeah.
So BBE's been climbing back into this. Roberg going to get it in the back row. Here comes BBE. This is Diggman. Lamberson gets it up to Brooks. Brooks, this is Roberg. Gets it over in 3. Oh, there's a third one. Are they going to get it over? They do. Roberg to Brooks. Brooks. Oh, and Flanders gets it blocked by number 16. That is Fisher, Brooklyn Fisher, a 5'7" freshman. As Brooks asked for time here to tie that shoe. Ever happened to you on the basketball court? Need time to tie the shoe?
Nope.
Never. And if it would, Jimmy Buckets would tie it for you, right? Oh, Brooks, nice play there, getting it over. But, oh, a nice play by BBE. Lamberson saves it for Paynesville to Brooks. Brooks now looks like Roberg on the third is just going to get it over. And here comes a set play for BBE, and it's going to drop. Number 16, Fisher, 5'7" freshman. And it's a 2-point Paynesville lead as BBE. You know, they got here late. Maybe it just took a little bit for them to get cruising here. Flanders to Brooks. Brooks, this is Reitzel. No. And it's a 1-point Paynesville lead. With Emerson Stern. I am Lee Schlaper in the crow's nest. All alone in the nest tonight. Just us two. Oh, and that's going to fall in, and it's going to be all squared at 15 now. Nice comeback here by BBE.
Yeah.
And waiting on that serve. Here it comes. This is Roberg. Roberg up to Brooks. And Roberg going to get it over. Here comes BBE. Diggman. Oh, and it hit the tape, and it falls harmlessly in the middle of the court. And BB's first lead of the night, Emerson.
Yeah.
Nice comeback here for BBE. Let's see if the girls from Paynesville can stop this run. Get back into a good rotation here. Oh, nice save, yes. Brooks going in the corner, but it's too deep. As Brooks's shot goes a little deep. We got a timeout on the floor by Paynesville as BBE takes a 17-15 lead. All right, we're back up here in the nest as BBE has come back from a 9, maybe possibly even a 10-point deficit, Emerson, to take the lead now. 17-15, Brooks. Flanders going in the corner. Picked up. Tipped. And what are we going to call? And it's going to be point. BBE. 18-15. As this is Fisher back to serve. Sierra is going to try to get it up and over. Nice play by BBE. That's going to be out. Point Paynesville. They stopped the run there momentarily. So we got a sub coming in. That is a number 8.
Maddie Frailer.
Maddie Freeler, the 9th grader. Reitzel serving. Nice serve. It hits the ceiling, and it's going to drop in there. It's a nice serve there by Reitzel. Yep. 18-17. BBE. Another great serve there by Reitzel. Diggman goes up. Reitzel tries to save it, and she will. Yes. Oh, and it's going to drop. All squared at 18, Emerson.
Yeah.
Here we go, me man, me boy. Looks like Peg Stang, Mary Leyendecker, and Flanders down there doing the scoring for Paynesville. Reitzel hits another one. So, Regan Reitzel, a freshman, has rattled off 3 straight points here for Paynesville. And another good serve. Here comes BBE. Nice block there by Freeler. Picked up. Here comes Roberg trying to get it over to Flanders. Flanders does get it over on the 3rd. Cross, Roser. And Roser's going to bump it over for the 3rd. And here comes BBE set. Gets high, going to be out. Oh, net. Paynesville was in the net there. So it's going to be point BBE, and we're all squared at 19. I believe the shot was out, though, Emerson. Is that correct?
Yep.
Yeah, it was out, but they were in the net. John Stern says, during the timeouts and between games, sure would like to hear some deer hunting stories. We got some of those for him, Emerson?
Maybe a couple.
Maybe? All right, all right. This is Diggman. Reitzel goes up to Flanders, and Flanders' hit is good, but here comes BB again. Nice hit, nice try there by Lamberson, as that's going to go into the stands. That's going to be a point for BBE to take a 20-19 lead here. Number 11, Chesnick, goes back to serve for the Jaguars. Deep. I don't know if that would have been out or in. And she's going to go over to Diggman. Oh, and that is, yep. That's going to be 2 points, right? 2 hits there. And one referee is saying Paynesville ball, and the other one is saying they are going to give it to Paynesville now. As who just stopped in there? Who came in?
Kansrowski.
Kansrowski back in the front row for Paynesville. Flanders serving. Oh, she did touch that. And that's going to be an ace serve there for Flanders as Paynesville takes a 21-20 lead here. Flanders looks good back there serving too, Emerson. She's got a lot of power behind that. Her and Reitzel both. And as I say that, see, I shouldn't have said that, right? No, there's no such thing as the announcer's curse. I've went over this already with the blowhorn. There's no such thing. Diggman back to serve now for BBE. Rober gets it up to Reitzel. Reitzel, this is Roski, going to tip it over. Nice save there by BBE, and here they come. Deep, out, point, Paynesville. Boy, back and forth first game here, Emerson. 22-21. Roberg, Grace Roberg, back to serve for Paynesville. Serve is good. And, oh, and Ruhoff is a little upset with herself there. She had an opportunity, and she just came up a little too quick, I think. Timed her jump a little off, and it's going to be point BBE. 22 all. Good crowd from BBE over there already. Here comes Ruhoff, and that one's going to get over. And wow, look at that from BBE. And Paynesville going to try to save, and they do. Flanders gets it over on the 3rd. There it is right in the middle. Nobody home for Paynesville, and it drops, and BBE now 23-22 lead. And it's going to be timeout Paynesville. So let's talk a little deer hunting. Did you go this past weekend?
Yes, I did.
And
I shot a doe.
you did.
Yep.
Congratulations. Out by your place, close to my house.
No, we go up to Detroit Lakes to deer hunt.
Okay. And who all went?
Me and my dad.
Just you two.
Yep.
Did your dad get one?
Nope.
Ha. That's good. When did you get it? Right away? Saturday?
Saturday night.
Okay. Now, are you done?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so no more deer hunting. So what do you guys make when you deer with the deer meat?
A lot of ground venison.
Okay. Any like beef jerky or any sticks?
Yes, we do that too.
Because I'm gonna need some of that, my man. You know where I live, right? Come on. Oh, yeah, those are so good, aren't they?
Yep.
Yahtzee. All right, here we go. 23-22, BBE. Oh, and it's gonna hit the tape and fall over. 24-22. This is going to be game point for BBE as that one just dropped in over the tape into no man's land. And BBE going to try to make this whole comeback here after being down 10-2 at one point. That one's deep, 24-23. Paynesville's going to have to get one more to make sure that BBE has to win by 2, of course, as Brooks is going back to serve for Paynesville. Big spot in this game, Emerson, 24-23, BBE. Serve looks good. It is good, and it goes out of bounds. And we're all squared at 24. Nice serve by Brooks. Another good serve by Brooks. Tipped over. Brooks going to go back corner, and here come the Jaguars now. Left-hander is going to go down for number 14, Roaring, 5'6" sophomore. And BBE takes the lead back, 25-24. And we have number 8 coming in for BBE, Emerson.
Casey Fisher.
And number 12, it looks like.
Paige Mueller.
Paige Mueller, a sophomore. Back in the lineup. Robert gets it up. Right, so this could be game point here for BBE. That's deep. All squared again at 25. You know what this means, Emerson? It's overtime. We get overtime pay now. First game already. Oh, yes, indeedy. Roski's serve is good. Comes BBE now. Cross court, goes out of bounds. Paynesville back on top, 26-25. As Roski will go back to serve again. Game point for Paynesville now, up by 1. Oh, looks like timeout. BBE, as BBE is going to take a quick timeout. So tonight we got Belgrade, Bruton, El Rosa here at the Crow's Nest. Thursday's game against ACGC, I believe it was ACGC, I'll have to check my schedule, but it was canceled or postponed to Saturday now. So Saturday, and I believe we are on the air at noon. I'll have to check with the blowhorn when he gets up here, but I believe it's a noon game on Saturday against ACGC. The football team goes to Alexandria Thursday night, Emerson, against Osaka. So you plan on going up there?
I don't think so.
No, you ain't got a ticket. I ain't got a ticket either. I gotta find something. No, I think Ron Fuchs got me a ticket so I can go up there and watch that football game. Have you been able to? I suppose it's been kind of tough to be able to go to some of these games, huh?
Yeah.
Well, next year. This is Roski trying to get the win. He's going to go in the net. They're going to come out. It's over. Paynesville wins first game, 27-25. Emerson and I are going to take just a short break, and we'll be right back at you. All righty, we're back up here in the Crow's Nest, along with Emerson Stern. His first game up here, ladies and gentlemen, doing a fine job up here with me. Emerson, Paynesville wins that first match. First game, Emerson 27-25, so we get a little overtime pay, which is always good. That right, my man?
Yep.
Indeed. It's all a second game. Looks like pretty much the same starters, Emerson, for both squads. We've got one, oh, it looks like, who's that? Oh, yeah. Here she's coming in. Grace Roberg coming in to start. And it looks like Reitzel will be back deep to serve to start this second game. Oh! What are you calling, Emerson? What do you think? Was that one going to be out?
Looked like it might have stayed in.
Yeah? So it was probably a good play that you went after it. But a nice serve. Reitzel. Another good serve. Diggman gets it up. Tipping it over. Is that Waltz? That was Waltz. Flanders gets it over. Oh, and deep and just off the fingertips of Roski. One new player started this match is number 9. That is Rebecca Waltz, a sophomore for Paynesville. You got any new ones coming in? Looks like Shesnick is back in, back serving for BBE. Oh, what a great serve. She gets that ace, and it's 2-1 BBE. As they will switch volleyballs as that one went up into the crowd. 2-1 BBE. Nice. Great decision there by the 8th grader Rolberg to let that one go deep. And it's 2-2 now. Flanders, it's a good hit. Very good hit there and a block there by Walls and Freeler, I think, as Roski gets it over. And that was tipped also. Diggman going to try, and looked like Waltz and Freeler got up to block that one. Yep. And it stayed in bounds. Point Paynesville. So, Paynesville now with a 3-2 lead, and Emma Flanders, the freshman, back to serve. A good serve. Diggman, that's a double hit. Yep. Double hit on that set there for BBE. Paynesville will take that point. Another good serve for Flanders. And that one just kind of handcuffed her back there. Harley Roaring, the 5'6" sophomore. And Flanders continues her success serving. She's going to go up, and it's going to be deep hit by Fisher, the 5'7" freshman. So Paynesville extends that lead now to 6-2. Looking to get these first 2 wins, so that third game just is just a game. It won't have any effect on it. If they can get it in. This is Flanders. Just 2 out of 3 in the JV usually. As Roski tries to tip it, and there's Freeler with the throwdown. Freeler. Emerson, what grade is she in? Maddie Freeler is a
9th grader.
9th grader. Thank you, Emerson. Flanders gets it in. Now Flanders sets it up. And I can't see who set that. Nice hit there by Roski. See that? Mr. Official's right in my way here. You see that, Emerson? You see what I got to deal with every week? And a quick timeout for BBE. Again, Paynesville comes out in this first game, or the second game early on. I think the first game, Emerson, they were up 10-2 at one point.
Yep.
And this second game, they're up 8-2. Like I was saying during the match there, I believe it's a best 2 out of 3 here in the JV. Time permitted, they will play a third game up to 15 before the varsity will take the floor to get loose and warmed up for their match. And if BBE got here a little late, I think we started Emerson about 10-2, maybe 5-2 instead of the normal 5:45. But so far, so good. Pretty much on schedule here. Should be fine. Unless it keeps snowing, then I got to scram. Freeler. No, I'm sorry, Flanders. Still serving for Paynesville. Flanders' serve is good. This is Diggman. Nice hit by Diggman. Robert tried to bring that one up. The dig was unsuccessful. It's going to be point BBE. As it looks like a Diggman, number 5, Allison Diggman, a 5'10" sophomore, back serving. Roski comes up to dig that. This is Reitzel, and this is Robert. Nice hit there by number 14. That is Roaring. And it's going to fall for a point for BBE. 8-4 now, 2 consecutive. Serves coming into Flanders. Flanders to Reitzel. Reitzel going to go to Waltz. Here comes BBE. Nice block, but it's going to drop out of bounds. It's going to be a point for BBE. Cutting into that lead again, Emerson, just like they did in that first game. This is Roberg. This is going to be Roski. Going to go back corner. Nicely done. Great placement by Roski. Point Paynesville as Cadence finds that back corner for a 9-5 Paynesville lead here. This is Roberg. There's a tip. There's Roski. This is Reitzel. Reitzel going to get it back to Roski. Diggman going to get it up, and this is number 9, Shesnick, and it's going to go into the net. It's going to be point Paynesville, 10-5. Double them up here as it looks like a new player coming in for Paynesville, Emerson. No, maybe not. Looked like Brooks was up, and she sat back down. So Roberg serving. Tough one to handle there. Roaring gets it over for BBE. This is Reitzel. Reitzel going to go to Roski. Roski goes deep. Shesnick gets it over. Roski going to give it to Reitzel. Reitzel looking for Flanders, and it's going to fall. Nicely done. 11-5, Paynesville. As Roberg, Grace Roberg, the 8th grader, continues to serve and does a great job. That one, the dig is going to go out of bounds. It's going to be point Paynesville. 12-5 here in the second game. Another great serve. Way in the back, number 14, that's Roaring, just gets it over. Freeler gets it over for Paynesville. Sets it up. There's a tip. That's Reitzel. Reitzel to Roski to Ruhoff. And, oh, a nice save there by BBE. And it's just going to hit the tape and fall over. Paynesville hustling after it. Gets it over again. Here comes Flanders. Flanders sets it up to Reitzel. This is Roberg. Nicely done. That was a nice volley.
Yeah.
Back and forth they went. 13-5. Paynesville. Halfway through this second game of the night. Nice serve by Roberg. And corner, it's going to be out. My first opportunity to watch a lot of the JV Emerson, and they look very good. A very good program here coming up for Paynesville. As that one's going to be out. They are fun to watch. They're all over the court and hustling. And Roberg, 15-5 Paynesville. Here comes BBE. Nice block there by Freeler, but it was going to be out. But Freeler went up and blocked that one. Number 3, Halverson in. Ella Halverson, a 5'10" sophomore for BBE. Roberg to Roski. Roski to Reitzel, just going to get it over. Here they come with Shesnick. And she can't get it over. Halverson can't. She tried to get around Shesnick to get that one over. What do we got going on, Emerson?
We got Brooks coming in for Freeler.
Yep. Kiana Brooks in for Freeler as Brooks back to serve. Little tip over. Reitzel gets to it. This is Brooks. Brooks going to go to Roski. Oh! Hit it as he was coming down that time, and right into the net it goes. It's all about timing. Sometimes the timing's off. 16-7, Paynesville. Number 8 for BBE back to serve. That's Cassie Fisher, defensive specialist, 5'4", 7th grader. Roski gets it up to Brooks. Brooks, this is Roberg. Finds a soft spot in that zone. BBE gets it over. This is Flanders to Brooks. Brooks quickly up to Ruhoff. Nice hit. Saved by BBE. Ruhoff now gets it to Brooks. Brooks going to go to Reitzel, and Reitzel goes out of bounds. What do we got? Not sure. That's a point. BBE, yep. So, 16-8 in favor of the Bulldogs of Paynesville in the second game of the JV contest. Oh, and Brooks with a great save, and now Roski tried to, but it's going to go on the other side of the pole. Yeah, the flag. Out of bounds. Yep, outside. So it will be point for BBE, and it's 16-9. Roberg up to Brooks. Brooks, this is Roski from the back. Nice hit. Here comes BBE again. Oh, nicely done, but it's going to be out. Point, Paynesville. She tried to just coast it over that net, Emerson, and hey, it's the bullet. The main man is in his nice hit there by Roski. As the bullet's up here, our cameraman. Into the net goes Halverson. Point, Paynesville, 18-9. Now the brains of the operation are starting to come up here, Emerson. You and I, we just got to sit and watch and talk about the game. They do the stuff behind the scenes for us. Halverson. Here comes Paynesville. This is Ruhoff. And set up now for BBE once more. Ruhoff going to hit it up to Brooks. Brooks brings it back over to Roberg. And, a little miscommunication. And Reitzel tries to throw it down, but a great save there by number 14. That's Roaring. Comes Paynesville again now. And the setup for Halverson. A little bit of a block there by Ruhoff. And it's going to be 2 hits for BBE and a 10-point lead for Paynesville. 19-9. That's Roski back to serve now. Serve is good. And that's out. Paynesville up 20-9. Emerson looking like they're on their way to a second game win here. Roski gets a new volleyball. That one's going to get cleaned off. And the serve over is good. Whoa! A good hit, but a little deep. 21-9 Paynesville. In this second one. Looks like we're going to take a timeout. for BBE. It's Emerson. This game, Paynesville took a lead, and they really didn't let BBE get back into it, did they?
No, they did not.
They really look good. This ninth, Paynesville has 1 8th grader.
2 8th graders.
2 8th graders on this JV squad. Thank you, Emerson. And a few freshmen and a few sophomores rounds it out. Yeah, that's right. That second 8th grader just came up, the Roberg, right?
Yep.
So, Coach Humbert has some talent coming up from this JV level. She's got this program rolling. Had some success getting to a couple subsection finals in a row the last few years. Last year was a little down, but they still competed hard. A lot of fun up here as a Bullet's going to walk by and check things out, seeing if everything's a go. And don't worry about us, Bullet. We'll just keep working over here in the corners. Roski's serve is good. Here comes BB. Halverson over. Right, so to Brooks. This is Roberg. Tries to find that soft spot. Oh, that's going to be a tough play, and they're going to be out. 22-9. Paynesville looking to win this match. Up 1-0. Oh, and a great serve that time by Roski. Very well done. I don't think you would have returned that one, would you?
No.
Not a chance. This one's a little short. Perfectly done. Boy, she hit that first one hard in the back, and then this one she went soft and dropped it in front of him. Nicely done. Looks like we got a reserve now coming in for BBE. Bella Buckentine, defensive specialist, sophomore. Point Paynesville. Game Paynesville. 25-9 in this second game. Paynesville takes it. So, up 2-0. They will play a third to 15. Emerson and I are going to take a little break here. I'm going to grab some water. We'll be back for that third game of the night. All right, we're back up in the nest for game number 3. This one up to 15 as Paynesville takes the first 2-0 lead now. The Bullet was asking if there was concessions, Emerson. We had to break his heart and tell him no. And then I was telling him about how we started this school run broadcast and we only had one camera and a laptop and two phones. We got all kinds of computers up here now, and he said, when was that, 1982? Like, jeepers. No, it ain't that long ago. It's like 3-4 years ago only. Freeler gets it over. Here comes BBE now. Diggman's hit is good. That's Roski. High and over. There goes Reitzel into the bench and gets it over for Paynesville. Oh, in the back corner is Roski, gives it a great effort, but that's going to fall for point. BBE 1-0. And that's in. Wasn't sure. And it's going to be 2-0 BBE in this third game of the night. Looks like number 11, Chesnick, 5'7" sophomore, back to serve for BBE. That one's deep. So side out, point Paynesville. And let's see who's going to be serving for the Dogs. Who we got coming in?
Lamberson.
Lamberson. Tristan Lamberson, the freshman, left-handed, and she's got a good-looking serve, and that's, yes, I thought that was in. Nice ace for Lamberson. Point Paynesville, 2-2 now. And that one's in. I know what you're thinking, Emerson. If I wouldn't have said she has such a great serve, it probably went to hit the net. I'm 0 for 2 tonight on that. I know. As number 4, Bella Buckentine, back to serve now for BB. Short one, nicely done. As Buckentine gets that one to fall, and it's 4-2 BBE. As Matty Ice makes his way back up into the crow's nest. Done with his board meeting, it looks like, huh? Roberg. Oh, and not a real good pass as Roski goes after it, can't corral it, and it's going to be point BBE. So this is the third game of the night. Oh, and the blowhorn is up here now too. See, now Emerson, this is when it gets really loud up here. Everything was going well. We were having a great time up here. That one's going to be deep. Now it gets loud, it gets chaotic. It's just pretty much the production goes down from here. What you witnessed the first hour, Emerson, that was perfect. Now it's just downhill from here. It's just terrible. And that's going to be into the net. And another point here for BBE. Looks like Walls up front along with Freeler and Reitzel for Paynesville. In a 7-2 BBE lead here in the third game after Paynesville takes the first two. Short, Roski. And nicely done there by Reitzel. And a great play by BBE, but it's that fourth hit that's going to get him, and Paynesville point as Reitzel gets it over and Ruhoff in for the Dogs. 7-3, up to 15 here in this third game. 56. Oh, great block by Freeler.
Yeah.
Emerson, 56 people online right now, following along with us. 7-4 BBE as a Roberg, the 8th grader, back to serve. Serve is good. Nice block again by Freeler, but this one's going to fall. Ruhoff gave it a great try there, but ends up hitting the hardwood. Halverson back in for BBE. And back deep, it looks like number 16. That is Fisher, 5'7" freshman. Ooh, and a tough pass there as Reitzel goes after it, and Roberg tries, but she cannot get it over. 9-4 now in favor of BBE. Oh, point Paynesville.
Yeah.
We might have got a little home cooking there, Emerson. That looked in, but she's got a better view than me, and I'm sure she's got, I believe that's Candace's mother down there doing our line judging. There's a nice serve. Nicely done by Brooks. Point Paynesville 9-6 now, BBE in this third game. Paynesville won the first one, 27-25. Paynesville won the second one, 25-9. In that first game now, Emerson, when we punch out here, don't forget to put overtime on that first one. Else we don't get overtime pay. Nice save there by BBE. That is number 9, Chesnick. Lamberson gets it over for Paynesville. Halverson. Great dig there by Roberg. Quickly over by Reitzel. Here comes BBE again. Into the net it goes by Roaring. It's going to be point Paynesville 9-7 now. Got some more camera angles now that Matty Ice is back in the house. 9-7 in this third game, Brooks. Good serve, third shot. That's Roberg. Up to Brooks. Brooks. Oh, and Roberg tries to push it over. Can't quite get it as it hits the tape and falls down. Now we got the bullet running the cameras over there.
Yep.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if things go haywire, it's not our fault, right, Emerson?
Yep.
It's not our fault. So, that is number 8. Fisher back to serve. Ruhoff with a nice hit, but a great save there by BBE. Back and forth we go here in this third game. Brooks, Lamberson, Ruhoff tries to get it over, can't quite get it. And it's going to be point BBE. 11-7 in the third. Into the net it goes. Point Paynesville. Who we got coming in, Emerson? Number 13.
Emma Flanders.
And number 11.
Jada Belmont.
Jada Belmont. Belmont, a sophomore. Flanders, a freshman. Brooks. Oh, as Flanders is going to get caught for the double. As Belmont got it over. But a double hit, it's 12-8 now. Diggman come back in. Allison Diggman back in. Oh, boy. Ladies and gentlemen, here comes Brooks, and that's going to go out. Ladies and gentlemen, be prepared. It looks like the blowhorn. Kenny Osendorf just put his headset on. How you doing tonight, Kenny?
I'm doing good. How about you, General?
Doing great. Great to be back in the Crow's Nest. We got Emerson Stern with us tonight, doing a little color for me. Doing a great job for us tonight. And Kenny, with BBE coming to town, good program.
Very good program.
I tell you what, this is my first opportunity to watch this JV team the whole way through, and they're impressive. They've looked good tonight.
Yeah, I've heard from a lot of good people that they have a lot of good athletes on that JV squad.
Yeah, they look good tonight. Look at that, Roski all over, and this is going to be Roberg. Roberg gets it over, and Kenny, that Roberg, first time up, only an 8th grader, came up tonight. So her first match that I know of on JV, she was still on the C squad roster when Emerson and I got it, as it's 14-8 now, BBE. Trying to get this third game after Paynesville took the first 2. And hit hard, and that's going to fall, and that's going to be it. As BBE is going to take this third set 15-8, but Paynesville takes the match 27-25, 25-19. So me and the blowhorn Kenny, we're going to take a break. Emerson, I appreciate you coming up and doing a little color for me tonight. Anything you want to say? Maybe tell Dad you want to raise on your allowance or anything? Because now we got it on tape. Huh? No.
He can't say no. That's just the way it works.
Well, thank you, Emerson, for coming up. We're going to take a break. It'll be about at least 20 minutes, maybe 7:15, 25 minutes before we get this game going.